Luca Nardi by 4 p.m. will take on Flavio Caboli, while Felix Aga Aliassime battles stands for Vrinka. And by 8 p.m., Hugo Blanquet will be up against Arthur Fields. Now, moving away from that, well, there is an update about Britain's Jack Draper, revealing he was in a hole due to the complex nature of his arm injury, but stresses is now ready to compete and is set to defend his Indian Wells title. But we need to know the kind of hole he was. All right, now let's move. Let's go straight and talk basketball this morning. The tradies are live, the tradies on, and guess what? There was a breaking news earlier today from Golden State Warriors. It was the most shocking one for me, but in the NBA, nothing looks shocking. It is just more of how you feel you can perform. If the team feels, well, you don't look like what they want, then they trade you. So for Golden State Warriors, the team has agreed to trade forward Jonathan Kuminga and guard Buddy Hield to the Atlanta Hawks for veteran center Kristaps Porzingis. This marks the unofficial end of the Warriors' pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Team source confirmed the Warriors made several offers over the past week, but came away with the impression over the past 24 hours that the Milwaukee Bucks won't be moving Antetokounmpo at the deadline and pivoted to other plans. It can be crazy, right? Now, it is also that this closes the chapter on Kuminga's 5-season roller coaster tenure with Golden State Warriors, delivers him a fresh start with the Hawks, and gives the Warriors a veteran stretch center on an expiring $30.7 million contract to plug into their rotation if healthy. Now let's look at more updates here, where the LA Clippers, Brooklyn Nets and Toronto Raptors have agreed on a multi-team trade, sending Chris Paul to the Raptors and Ochai Agbaji, a 2032 Raptors second rounder, and cash to the Nets. The Raptors will not require Chris Paul to report to the team and could still discuss moving him before 3 p.m. today. Now Toronto is now out of the luxury tax. Brooklyn picks up an asset and cash to cover Agbaji's salary, and the Clippers clear a rush to sports and save $7 million in tax money. Now, for the Dallas Mavericks, the team has agreed to trade 10-time All-Star big man Anthony Davis to the Wizards in an 8-player blockbuster designed to maximize Dallas's flexibility to build around star rookie Cooper Flog. Now, the Mavs will send Davies and guard Jaden Harden, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum to the Wizards for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malaki Branham, Marvin Bagley III, 2 first-round draft picks, and 3 second-rounders. So, I mean, it can be interesting in NBA when you look at the way they trade. You look at how it's just like a normal transfer window. So, it is not more of these players having another fresh start. But now let's look at results of games decided in the wee hours of today, shall we? In overtime, New York Knicks defeated Denver Nuggets 134 to 127 points, as Toronto Raptors lost 126 to 128 points against visiting Minnesota Timberwolves. Houston Rockets lost at home 93 to 114 points against visiting Boston Celtics, and in overtime, Milwaukee Bucks rose to defeat New Orleans Pelicans 141 to 137 points. OKC Thunders lost 106 to 116 points against host San Antonio Spurs, as Sacramento Kings lost 125 at home to 129 points against visiting Memphis Grizzlies. For LA Clippers, it was a disappointing outing for this team at home, losing 91 to 124 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Moving away from basketball this morning, let's go straight to Formula One. Well, in Formula One, Martin Brundle expects Oscar Piastri to come back with a vengeance after narrowly missing out on a maiden Formula One title last year. Piastri led the Drivers' Championship from his McLaren teammate Lando Norris by 34 points with 9 of the 24 rounds remaining, and was a remarkable consistent run that saw him finish on the podium 14 times in 15 races, with the only outlier of 4th place in Canada. However, he would go on a run of 6 races without a podium, allowing Norris to seize control of the title race and eventually finish third in the driver's standings behind his teammate and Red Bull's Max Verstappen in second. This is a new season. Forget the past and focus on the future. Let's go straight to the second half of the show, where we look at everything football from the local to the foreign scene. And guess what? A team came out to announce its exit from the Nigeria Premier Football League because of a fine and deduction of points, including goals. We'll let you know the team. Do not go anywhere.
Sabi dribble, but you no fit dribble past malaria if you no use insecticide treated nets. Malaria dey real o.
This message now from Solutions 93.9 FM.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
It is your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 93.9 FM. My name is Oladapo Okunubi. They call me YS9. And in case you want to sign me, check, just say Oladapo Okunubi and put the amount there. I will surely and gladly take it. But hey, it is the Kickoff Sports Show. And well, for those of you just tuning in, well, you've missed update from NBA tennis Formula One. But now let's focus on football this morning, as things are looking, I don't know, it looks very mixed up here for the organizers of the Nigeria Premier Football League. Remember, last week it was more of the announcement of teams being banished from their home ground due to poor playing surface. Not only Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan, but we've got teams also in the northern part of the country. And now, today, Kun Khalifa's story came out. Kun Khalifa announced it will no longer participate in the Nigeria Premier Football League. Remember, the team got promoted last season. Now, the Owerri club failed to honor their MPFL Match Day 24 fixture against El Kanami Warriors in Maiduguri on Monday. According to the MPFL, Kun Khalifa's decision breached the league's framework and rules. The sanction from MPFL was that the team was handed a 3-point and 3-goal forfeiture, which was awarded to El Kanami Warriors, and the league organizers imposed 10 million naira fine, which is suspended for the rest of the season if no similar offense occurs. Now, according to a statement posted yesterday by the club to announce their exit from the Nigeria Premier Football League, well, it says, and I quote, that the sanction was outrageous and disproportionate, insisting that valid reasons were provided for missing the match but were rejected by the league. The punishment handed down to the okay, so let me just read the quote. The punishment handed down to us is not only acceptable but a clear indication that the league's management is more interested in penalizing clubs than fostering growth and development. We cannot continue to be part of a system that disregards the well-being of its members its member clubs and prioritizes punishment over fairness and justice. End of quote. So, with all the English, the team came out to say they are no longer playing and they want other teams to also support them in calling for wrong hammer on teams and to also allow a review of the Nigeria Premier Football League laws. But a quick look at the position of Kun Khalifa in the Nigeria Premier Football League. I mean, maybe they already bought their tickets back to the NNL, but with the way things are, Kun Khalifa is placed 20th on the NPFL log with 22 points from 24 matches, and the team is behind Kano Pillars with 25 points. So it is not even sure that Kun Khalifa can relegate, because should they win the remaining matches of the season, they can still escape relegation, because Kano Pillars is with 25 points, Remo Stars with 26 points, Kwara United is with 27 points, Bayelsa United with 28 points, Wiki Tourists of Bauchi with 28 points. And remember, before that El Kanemi Warriors point deduction defeated Kwara United 1-0, drew the game against Remo Stars 1-1 in Ibadan. But let's see how this will go. Maybe this team can rescind its decision. We're going to break. We'll come back. Yesterday was more of a light and a fit Manchester City we saw against Newcastle United. Join us again.
I can't seem to find the right event center for this party.
What's the problem? You sound so worried.
I've been searching for a venue that can handle both the formal ceremony and the casual after party. Nothing seems to fit both moods.
Have you heard of Aweni Arena Event Center?
Aweni Arena? What makes them so special?
They are the perfect blend of elegance and comfort. Their venue is versatile, has the perfect space, event managers, and security for every occasion. And they will work with you to create the perfect setting for every part of your event.
Wow, this is perfect. Aweni Arena really nailed it.
Yes, they did. Visit us at 116 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Iyano Liberty, Okado, Ibadan, or call 0809 360 7888 or 0706 899 4970 to book your event today. Aweni Arena Event Center is where your event finds its perfect fit.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Check the time right now. It is 9:18 from your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9 FM. Okay, good news for Samuel Chukwueze in Fulham, because he has been nominated for Fulham's Goal of the Month award for January. Chukwueze was nominated for his goal in Fulham's 2-1 win over Brighton and Hove Albion. With the Marco Silva's side, the trailing 1-0, the Nigerian international finished superbly in 72nd minute after controlling Joachim Anderson's super points. Now, Chukwueze has registered 5 goals and 2 assists in 11 league appearances for the Cottagers. Now, the 26-year-old joined Fulham on loan from AC Milan last summer. 7 other players, including Tom Kearney, Jade Bradley, Harrison Reed, Aaron Rapallo B, Kevin Farah, and Ali Wahid are also in the contention for the award. We wish him all the best. All right, now, let's talk about what happened yesterday. The happiest man yesterday should be Pep Guardiola, beating defending champions Newcastle United in the return leg semi-final of the EFL Cup. Remember, Manchester City led the first leg with a comfortable 2-0 victory, but going into the return leg, 3-1, which you also heard the highlights. However, for Pep Guardiola, he got confused, because after hearing that Guy will not be playing in that game, questioned the decision of the league organizers. That how will you allow Semenyo play and Guy did not play? Because I mean the rules are there, the rules are stated, which Pep Guardiola needs to understand. Rule 6.4 subsection 2 in the Carabao Cup states that if a player is signed after the first leg of the semi-final, that is ineligible to play in the remainder of the competition. Now, as Guy signed after the first leg victory over Newcastle United, the rule states he cannot play. Unlike other January signings, Antoine Semenyo, who is signed before the Newcastle first leg. Here is the Pep Guardiola speaking after the victory and how he wasn't happy with Guy not being available for the final.
That's why we're there. Joke aside, I'm really pleased. It's not for granted. I know how difficult it is. How difficult. I don't know how many semi-finals we have played in FA Cup, for example, and finals in a row. We were not consistency last season, but that season, for the little margins, we have not been closer from the Premier League with Arsenal. But except last season, I would say the rest we have been incredible machine and being there day by day. So that was in 1 week, in 10 days, 3 games or 4 times in 1 or 2 weeks. Here, 1 more time is an eternity. But yeah, it can happen. So, of course, the Carabao Cup going to play already. I don't know what's going to happen in Champions League, and I don't know when the Premier League is already, the fixture is there. Listen, when the good teams arrive in the last stages, at the end, maybe you can face it. So, that is what it is. Apparently, Mark cannot play the second leg that game because didn't play the first. And Antoine, right before the first, could play. But now it's the final. Why should not play? So why not? So he's a player, we pay his salary, we hire him it's our player, why should not play? It's quite similar Champions League, right? The last 2 games cannot play Mark on the other one when we have our player. So they make the rule when is the transfer window is open or closed. So when I close, when you have a player, is tomorrow have a game, I can play. No, it's logic. So hopefully I can play in the final.
If wishes were horses, beggars were ride. But that's for Pep Guardiola. Now let's listen to Eddie Howe. Not happy with the performance of his team. Some injured players. They had to surrender the title.
Yeah, it is painful. I think we obviously loved the ride that we had last year and lifting the cup and all the moments and memories that brought. It was an incredible experience, and we were desperate to do it again. Definitely can't fault the players' attitudes in terms of what they've given. We are playing, every 2-3 days. We're finding it difficult in this moment, having just played Paris, Liverpool and Manchester City away. That's a tough schedule for any team to face, and we're doing it with the number of injuries that we have, and that they're not excuses. It's just, that's the reality, and we're missing some really big players, and I think you could feel that with their performance today.
Well, it is what it is for Newcastle United. Olorun Wakbalumi Matthew, good morning to you. All the way from Oyota, Samson Olubayo Bala saying welcome on board. How you doing? Good morning to you. Now for Newcastle United, the team will now have to focus on playing good football to the end of the season to qualify to play European football, because the team is placed 11th on the Premier League log with 33 points from 24 matches, winning 9, drawing 6, losing 9, scoring 33 and conceding 33. Shows how inconsistent and poor Newcastle United is this season. In the last 5 matches, they've won 2 and lost 2, but drew 1. They've lost back-to-back matches in the Premier League, losing against Aston Villa, losing against Liverpool, now going to the EFL Cup, losing against Manchester City. Not really a good one. But the next game will be against Brentford. Brentford is 7th on the Premier League log. Now let's talk about Chelsea and West Ham United with the decision of the English FA. Now Chelsea and West Ham have been charged by the English FA for failing to control their players in last Saturday's Premier League match. Chelsea came back from 2-0 down to win 3-2 before the two sides clashed in stoppage time. The FA has charged Chelsea players for behaving in an improper and or provocative way, while West Ham's players were deemed improper or and provocative and or violent. But teams have until Friday to respond to the charges. But now let's look at matches going down today across different centers, cup competitions. Copa del Rey in Spain, the quarterfinal, Real Betis will take on Ademola Lookman's Atletico Madrid tonight. And in the Coppa Italia quarterfinal in Italy, Atalanta will take on Juventus. In Coupe de France, Strasbourg will take on AS Monaco. So for right there in France. So those are the matches across Europe there. But maybe good news, maybe bad news. Some people expecting to see Cristiano Ronaldo follow the line of N'Golo Kante, who has not moved to Turkey from the Saudi Pro League. Now, but for Cristiano Ronaldo, he has returned to Al Nassr training ground, and the senior Saudi officials expect him to end his strike. Ronaldo has been considering his future in Saudi Arabia due to concerns over the financial backing Al Nassr are receiving compared to other clubs. Ronaldo is now expected to play against Al Ittihad tomorrow, although his return has not been confirmed. Although posted a picture of himself in training on X on Wednesday. But for Karim Benzema, who switched clubs right there in Saudi Arabia, said he wants to bring trophies to his new Saudi Pro League side, Al Hilal, which he called Real Madrid in Asia. The French forward turned down a contract extension to remain at Al Ittihad beyond June and instead joined Saudi Pro League leaders Al Hilal on Monday. We say congratulations. But for Lionel Messi, he's been eyed for a return to boyhood club Newell's Old Boys after confirming his dream to play for the club. This will be the convenient point to say goodbyes on the show. But Comrade Adedamola Lafenwa, the coach of dancers, yesterday during the staff hangouts, yes, proud of his girls, and you know we can see that you know how to coach girls than boys.
I'm feeling like Pep Guardiola this morning.
Oh shit! He went to decorate the studio.
Pep Guardiola of Solutions FM.
Why should Pep Laffy? Because you gave your girls pep talk.
Yeah, I gave them pep talk behind the scene.
Okay.
I chatted up during the event.
Wow.
And after the event, we are organizing an after party. Our own after party.
On top how much? All right. I mean, yes, but a lot went down yesterday. Aside Goye's birthday, the prank on the show yesterday, but in Abuja, the lawmakers are doing something different. Okay. The electoral act, the review, for the change, they had to take off some things, that which is the transition, the electronic transition, transmission of results. That is one. In Kwara State, not a good news. Sad incident, and it's now back to back.
Back to back. It has become back to back now.
Are we saying, because someone said Governor Abdul Razak has been warned for many months. Now, after there were conflicting reports, remember, was it last week that we had conflicting reports also from the security agents in a particular state? Now, a conflicting report in Kwara State. What is happening in Kwara State? People are not happy.
Well, you begin to, when things like this happen, you begin to wonder where's the place of intelligence report. Because according to this story that happened in Woro village, I was informed that these bandits, these jihadists as they were called, actually wrote a letter to that community saying that we want to, they didn't say we are coming to attack, they said we are coming to preach our own ideology to you guys. But out of fear, the people couldn't say come or not. But the report they made reports to the security
DSS.
Our people in Kokini, they said they will be coming. No, nothing was done. So because they refused to respond, the jihadists or the bandits felt they were infuriated, and they resorted to storming the village in military uniforms and kind of sporadic shooting. I
mean, with the report you gave, there was another report that they got to a particular village where they preached and those people rejected their message. Then they attacked. Another one was when that message, the letter they wrote, was screenshot and sent to the security agent, same as others. The information leaked to these people, and they came back. They came to attack. But is this a situation where
I've always told Mr. Chokwe that we can't really absolve some I don't know what to call them.
informants
within the
antagonists of the nation?
within the security agents. I mean, you people are sending information to them, and those people are finding out that they have sent information. Who leaked that? So sometimes the more you look, the less you understand what is happening.
Okay, but we pray for peace in Nigeria because we want everybody to smile. We want everybody to be happy. You cannot be investing.
It was a gory scene.
Gory scene because
I saw floors littered with corpses.
someone, a chief in that community, said they buried yesterday and they got tired. They had to leave some corpses and to continue today.
They abducted over 38 women and children. Over 38 women and children.
The IGP, Minister of Defense, everybody must rise up, but they shouldn't be rising up when the deed has been done.
That's the issue.
Well, looking at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers this morning and giving more insights in what has happened and what is happening in Nigeria. Comrade Adedamola Lafenwa, but joining Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokwe on this other side. Here is Asha Bukola Elemide. Peace. My name is Oladakwa Okunubi. Like we say, keep doing sports and stay safe.
Peace for the people who are God. Yeah, for the